Big gap down all around in the market today. Tesla following suit. We are now trading in the 392 handles, although after hours we are down in those 391s. Basically, the overall market gapped down and had a little bit of a pullback, but Tesla actually gapped down and then had a larger pullback. So you had about a 10-point pullback from open till today's low, which came in right before 11 a.m. today. That's Eastern time. And then we had a nice little recovery in here. But overall, down on the week, we are gap down. We broke down through this overall structure you can see on this weekly chart in here. So it looks like we do need to breach that 400 psych level. That's going to be key for us in here. This is white line right here. And then above there, we can worry about that upper trend line. But if we can get a nice hold off that 400, then we can worry about the 402 hold. And then we can kind of go from there. Then we're back in our overall structure, right? If not, and we kind of bang our head off this 400, then again, we're going to be looking down here, right, to see if those 385s that we bounced off of today are going to be a nice place for us to bounce again. If not, then it looks like we're going to be heading down here to this 50-day SMA, which is currently trading here at 372. Our RSI is being reset right now, so you're still basically neutral sitting here at 45. So perhaps a larger pullback to that 372 could pull us here closer to oversold and give us a nice little bounce and some decent volume for a run up. But it's all going to be about, can we get 400 first, or are we going to hit 385 once more? And then what's going to happen if we do touch 385 again? That's going to be the overall arcing story in here. We did mention the overall market pullback, so we're just going to go ahead and take a look at SPY in here, since we did have a pretty large movement day in here. You can see that basically on the weekly chart, still overall indecision, although that is packed in with a lot of volatility and you wouldn't even know it, right? Just by looking at this, you're going, oh, not a whole lot happened here in the past few months. No, a lot of volatility is stuck in here, but we just keep on recovering from ourselves, right? That's more or less all it is. So yesterday we had that big recovery towards the end of the day. Today, gap down, more of a gap down by 11, and then a nice big recovery going into the end of the day today. 4 o'clock, we closed at 680, and now we're currently trading in 687. So we're getting a more pullback in here right now. So we're going to see where we're going to open tomorrow. Right now, our main point of interest is going to be the 672. That is what we're looking at. If we get a larger pullback, that's going to be a place for some footing. If not, then we mentioned it, and we'll mention it again, 652. This thing, it looks like it's setting up to get a larger pullback and a bounce back here. But if these 672s can save us, hopefully we can get a nice bounce in here and a run up into 700. Once we get to 700, we're kind of in the clear, but that's the main battle right now, right? So you can see all this right here, just 697, 696s, all that. We're getting so close, just could not keep those gains. But it looks like if we do get a nice big pullback, then a nice big run up would come. But it all depends on what's going to happen in the overall world right now. And we're going to play this thing accordingly. So 680 is going to be our first main point of resistance. That's where we close today. Anything above there, we're looking at 685. To the downside in here, 672. Below there, nice whole numbers working our way to that 652 range. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.